Hello everyone and welcome back to Math Merit. Today we are going to get started on concept number 7, which is based on growth and decay. Now this is also working with word problems, so let's go ahead and just lead into our example for today and try to figure it out, okay? Now for today's example we have in 2008 there were 1,000 rabbits on an island. The population grows 8% every year. How many rabbits will there be in 2020? Okay, so by reading this word problem, we know that we are dealing with exponential growth. How do we know that? Because we know that the population grows at 8%. That is the rate which the population is growing each year. Now, we're trying to figure out the amount the population has grown by the year of 2020, which is in reference to future, because we know that in 2008 there was a count of 1,000 rabbits. Okay? So that is all key information. 2008, which is the year where we're starting. 1,000 bunnies, which is what we are starting with. The rate of change, which is 8% each year. And how many rabbits there will be in 2020. 2020 is key information as well. Let me show you why. Usually, whenever you're dealing with exponential growth or decay, the formula you want to use is y equals a times b raised to x. Okay? So, in this case, since with this particular word problem and because we are dealing with growth, we are going to use y equals a times 1 plus r, which represents rate, raised to the time. Okay? So let's plug in the key information that we need. Okay? So we're solving for y. Y is going to represent the amount of bunnies there is in the year of 2020. Okay? So that's what y represents. A represents the number of bunnies which we are starting with, which is 1,000 bunnies. So y is equal to 1,000 times 1 plus r, which is the rate of change, which we know that each year the bunnies grow at an 8%. Now, 8% in decimal form is 8 divided by 100, and if you go ahead and do the math or plug it into a calculator, it will give you 0.08. Now, the exponent, which in this case is going to be time, we need to figure out the time. Now, we know that in 2008 there are 1,000 bunnies, and we're trying to figure out how many bunnies there are by 2020. And how many years are there between 2008 and 2020? 12. And we can figure that out by subtracting 2008 from 2020. We'll give us 12. So 12 will be our exponent. Like with every math problem, we're going to start off with what is inside of the parentheses. So that will give us y equals 1000 times 1 plus 0.08 is 1.08. Now we're going to need our calculator for this next part. Okay? We're going to multiply 1.08 to the 12th power, which means we're going to multiply 1.08 by itself, 1.08, 12 times, and see what that gives us. So 1.08 times itself 12 times is going to give us a total of 12.96. Now, the next step is to multiply this number by 1000 so we can get the value of y. And what will that give us? 12.96 times 1000 gives us a total of 12,960. Is equal to y. So, in the year 2020, that island that started off with 1,000 bunnies will have a total of 12,960 bunnies at the rate of increase, or at the rate of growth of 8% each year. So in the amount of 12 years, they grew a lot. Does that make sense to everybody? So for your assignment today, I want you guys to solve pretty much the same word problem, but now instead of figuring out how many bunnies there will be in 2020, we're figuring out how many bunnies or rabbits there will be in 2024. So our time has changed. So be mindful of that when you're plugging in the numbers into the equation that we used previously. Now, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate and ask. I'm here to help in anything that I can. And I hope to be hearing back from everyone very, very soon. And I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.